Hey student, watch this video and learn the difference between get and take. Coming up. Hey my friends, I'm listening to something. I don't know what it is. But thank you so much for joining. This is me, Teacher Prix, live, because that's how it goes. Yeah, but it's not here. Anyways, my friends, from Monday to Fridays, I have many different kinds of lessons to help you learn English and improve your listening, speaking skills, vocabulary skills. So make sure to subscribe because, it's good. Anyways, my friends, today we are going to talk about get and take. These are verbs that students usually confuse, okay? So I'll be giving you some short and sweet explanations, some important definitions of these verbs. So make sure to check it out. As usual, take notes. This is a lesson. Turn this into an active study, and after the lesson is over, write examples, try to practice, because that's how you are going to improve. The sound stopped, so I think I'm good now. I'm not listening to anything different. I'm a very auditory person, so whenever I listen to a sound that I'm unfamiliar with, I can't focus. Anyways, my friends, take and get. Let's start with take, okay? Take. I was gonna say get, but then I remember, no. In this slide, I use take. So let's start with take. I think I chose 3 definitions for take, and guys, as you know, verbs in English may have many different translations, many different uses, not to mention phrasal verbs, which is not something I'm gonna be talking about here. The focus of this lesson is not to show you a phrasal verb, no, but just basic translations of these verbs and how to use them, some specific situations when you will need to use these verbs. And by learning these uses, it'll be easy for you to understand the difference between take and get. This is actually something that I do with my students when they are having problems understanding the difference between take and get or other verbs. So I give them definitions, and as you begin to see the definitions, it gets easier to understand the difference between them, okay? So take, the first idea here, and this is perhaps one of the most common ones, is when you change the location of something or someone. So, okay, I'm gonna take my phone out, whoops, and I'm gonna take it to my sister who's not here, but I'm changing the location of an object or of a person. And here, guys, when I say take something and change the location, I can be literal, okay? I'm gonna take these boxes and put them over there. Or I can be talking figuratively, okay? It depends on the situation, on the conversation. So this means I will pick up an object and carry it to another location and take it to another location, from one place to another, okay? And I can take things or I can take people. It depends. I will take them somewhere else, okay? Whether with someone or something, you may not be literally holding, as I said. You can be literal, okay? You can really be holding someone or not, okay? Hey, can you take these documents to the meeting room, please? Oh, sure, give them to me. Okay. And I'm taking the documents to the living room. No, to the meeting room. I need to take these boxes upstairs. That's not another example. I need to take these boxes upstairs. Maybe it's a second floor or 2-story house, so I'm taking the boxes upstairs. So this is the first and most common translation of the verb take. I wouldn't say translation because I don't use translation. You guys know I rarely use translation, but it's a very common use. This is one of the most popular uses of take. Oh, but teacher Prix, can I use another verb instead? Yes, you can. But tonight, I want to focus on take so that you can better understand how to use this verb, okay? Moving on, next explanation. To obtain something, but with permission or not, okay? So you can go and you can obtain something for you, for yourself, but with permission from someone or without anyone's permission. Okay, here in this case, I used 2 examples that happened without any permission. Someone took my jacket. I left it here. Now my jacket is gone, so someone took it. Teacher, shouldn't I say someone stole it? Well, I don't know. What if someone took it by mistake? Yeah, this could happen. So when I say someone took my jacket, I could mean, like someone who stole it, or maybe someone took it by mistake. Okay, this happens, all right? Now, the second example, that man took my bag and ran. So maybe I put my bag on the floor, then he took it and ran. Ran, Bolt, ran. Run, Bolt, not ran, run. So this is the second very popular use of take, okay? You take something with someone's permission or not. Teacher, are there other verbs I can use here in these situations? Yes, there are, okay? I'm just showing you one popular way to use take, okay? Moving on. The next example, to grab something with your hands, okay? Usually, this is really the literal idea. I will take something, like I took my phone right now, okay? So I grab something with my hand because I want it, because I need it. It doesn't really matter, okay? But I'm grabbing something with my hands. I'm taking something. I'm grabbing something with my hands because I need it, okay? So this, or because I want it, okay? So, hey, here, take my business card. Okay, thank you. Call me if you need anything. So, take my business card. Call me if you need anything. So, this is a common way. Here's my business card. I could say, hey, here's my business card. I didn't use the verb take. I used a different way to express the same idea. Hey, here's my business card. Or, take my business card. Okay? Take this pill. So, maybe you have a headache and I have a medicine, so I'm here, it's on my hand, and I say, hey, take this. Thank you. Take this because it'll help you with your headache, okay? I think you should take an umbrella. Maybe you should go to your room and grab an umbrella. Take an umbrella. It's supposed to rain later today. So this is the idea, okay? When you grab something with your hands, okay? Now, is this rude? Not really. It depends on what happened, okay? It depends on the situation, and depending on the situation, if someone was rude to you and took someone from you by force, then you may need other verbs to express that idea, okay? Now, this is where things get a little, let's see, what can I say here? Get a little confusing. Even though I have these explanations for you guys, there may be many expressions with the verb take that you are not familiar with. And this, I believe that this is actually the biggest problem English learners have. There are many fixed expressions that will not change, expressions that are like this, and you have to use them, okay? You have no choice. All right, so in this case, my friends, I recommend you spend some time studying and analyzing, learning different expressions with take. I put a few expressions with take. To be honest, there are many more expressions with the verb take. Now, today I made a post on my Instagram. Hey, do you follow me on my Instagram? Why not? Come on. But today I made a post on Instagram, and basically what I said was, guys, it's not about quantity, okay? It's not about knowing many words. It's about how many words you can actually use, okay? So, in a way, it doesn't matter if you know many expressions. What matters to me most is, are you able to use those expressions? Because at the end of the day, that's how things work. If you have a list of hundreds and hundreds of words, but whenever you are in a conversation, you get stuck because you can't remember them. Well, what's the point? What's the point of knowing so many expressions if you never practice, if you never try using them on everyday conversations, okay? So I recommend you spend some time studying, learning new expressions with the verb take, but at the same time, be mindful of how many expressions you're studying. You don't need to study so many, okay? Think about your context. Think about your life as a whole. Think about the kinds of conversations you need to learn more about, that you need to learn a little bit more vocabulary about, okay? So this is something that I recommend you do. You know, it's interesting. When I started, and I made this mistake in English too, okay? Old habits die hard, I guess. When I started studying Italian, I was so excited about watching Friends that I started creating lists with the episodes that I was watching. So every time I watched a new episode, I made a list of new words. But then after a month, okay? After a month, I realized I was not learning, I was not studying those expressions, I was not using those expressions. I was just making lists and lists and lists. That was a waste of time. So what I decided to do was, okay, I'm not going to make a huge list, you know, super long. No, I'm going to focus on keywords that were really important for me and that I will be able to use somewhere. Either to explain the episode, I like to practice my speaking by explaining the episode, explaining things in Italian or in English. I can do that as well. So I focused on keywords that were relevant, and I stopped making very long lists of vocabulary of words because I noticed that was not going to help me, okay? Fabiano, thank you for your donation and for following me on Instagram. That is awesome, my friend. Fabiano just made a super chat. Super chat is when you make a donation to me, to the channel. I really appreciate it. That really helps the channel. So whenever you feel like it. Anyways, I wrote down a few expressions with take. Don't go crazy on this, okay? And I see some people shared some examples of expressions with take. Take into consideration, take notes, take a decision. I prefer make a decision, but take a decision is possible as well. So this is something that you will need to analyze. How many expressions do you want to learn? Because honestly, guys, I could share a very long list with you guys. But I know that this is not really what is going to make you learn. This is not really what's going to make you improve your vocabulary. It's about how much you use, not how much you study, okay? Now, these are some common ones, and this is when things get a little confusing. Students tend to confuse take and get. So I would spend some time, but don't go crazy on, oh my goodness, I need to learn as many expressions as possible, otherwise I'll not be a good speaker. No, chill, okay? Take the chill pill. Take a chill pill. I like that. Anyways, moving on. I'm so kind. Thank you. You are kind too. Actually, when in terms of money, when people make donations, we usually say they are generous. Whenever it's something connected to money, we don't usually use the word kind. We use the well, in my case, you say I'm kind. Okay, awesome, that's good. Just a vocabulary tip. When someone makes donations, helps people financially, we usually describe them as generous people. Okay. We have many generous people around the world. Right now, I think, I don't know, well, because of that thing that is happening around the world, you know, that problem, I can't say the word here on the channel, otherwise YouTube is not gonna like it. But basically, because of what's going on, Lady Gaga, I'm not a big fan of Lady Gaga. I like some of her songs. A telephone, no, okay. And she worked really hard to raise money to support people, to create more tests or to get more masks. So it was really nice. You know, she was generous, and all those people who helped were also very generous too. Moving on, get. Yo, get, the first, oh, and guys, here for this lesson, I picked 3 popular meanings with the verb get. I think I have a video on my channel where I only talk about get. I talk about, I think, 5 or 7 different uses of get, okay? So if you want a verb, if you want a lesson only focusing on how to use get, check out that video. Here I'm showing 3 popular meanings, okay? 3 popular uses of get, and then some other explanations. First meaning is when you buy or when you acquire, obtain something, okay? Now, this basically means when you get, you are expressing the idea of obtaining something, okay, of buying something. So, hey, were you able to get the tickets for the concert? So I want to know if you were able to buy the tickets, if you could buy the tickets for the concert. If you want to go to a concert without the tickets, you can't get in. So you have to buy them. You spend your money to buy the tickets, okay? So, oh, he just got a new job. He just obtained, but not, he didn't pay for the job. But in this case, he obtained a new job, he got a new job. Obviously, I'm not going to use the verb obtain a new job. Oh, look at Mark. He obtained a new job. No, I use get. This is just to help you better understand. Using synonyms to learn new words in English is very productive. So whenever I am studying, I always check out synonyms because they help me understand the meaning of words, okay? So try to get some sleep. Try to obtain, to acquire. Try to get some sleep. Try to obtain some sleep. But obviously, we don't say try to obtain some sleep. Doesn't make any sense. Get is the word you should use. Okay, so this is the first meaning of get. Very, very common. Oh, I bought a new car. Well, I got a new car. I could say that. Okay, moving on. Oh my God, my hair is so dry. I really need to go to a hairdresser, you know, a beauty salon, so the hairstylist. I need someone to do a miracle on my hair, but hey, with everything on lockdown, I can't really do anything about it. Okay. Number 2, to receive something from another person. Yeah, very, very common meaning. Get can also be used when you want to say you have received something from someone. Hey, what did you get for your birthday? So what did you receive for your birthday? But it would be super awkward to say this in English. Hey, what did you receive for your birthday? Doesn't make any sense. It's not that it doesn't make any sense, but it won't sound natural to native speakers if you look at them and say, hey, what did you receive for your birthday? They will understand, but they will be slightly confused. They'll be like, why is she saying receive? Get, that's the verb you should use, okay? I got an email from Andrew. He says he's okay. I got an email. I received an email. In companies, you may still hear people say, hey, I received an email, but I got your email. What do you need? Okay? This room gets very little sunshine. This room receives very little sunshine. Your hair, H-A-I-R, is beautiful. Oh, thank you. Trying really hard. I bought those things at the supermarket to make it look good, but didn't look good. Anyways, life goes on. So this is a very common idea of get. As I said, I have a video here on my channel where I describe how to use get. I think I give 6 or 7 meanings, okay? Moving on. Third. Oh, this is good. Get plus adjective. This is really common and many students don't dedicate some time to learning this, okay? Get plus adjective will give the idea of becoming, of changing your state. So if I say, oh, I got so happy when I opened my window and I saw birds flying. They were so beautiful and I got so happy. Crazy story. But anyways, it changed my state. I got happy. So I changed my state from what I was before. Maybe I wasn't so happy. Then I got really happy. I became happy. Now, can I look at a native speaker and say, wow, I became so happy when I heard the news? You can. But that's a little strange. You may see someone became in books, okay? But it depends on the adjective, all right? It really depends on the adjective. But at the end of the day, in conversations, it'll be much more common to say get plus the adjective. And I have a very long list of adjectives you can use. Make sure to study, but again, vocabulary, don't focus too much on quantity, focus more on quality. You don't need to know 100 different adjectives with get, okay? Why did you get so upset all of a sudden? You know, what happened so suddenly, you know, unexpectedly? Why did you get so upset? Why did you get so angry? Okay? Don't get mad at me, but I think I broke your phone. Would you get mad at someone for breaking your phone? I think so. Hey, it's getting late. It's getting late. I should go now. I have to go. It's getting really late. I have to go. I'm getting fat. Me too. This lockdown is not helping me. I'm eating more. I'm getting hungry, you know, like very easily, very quickly. So what are we gonna do, right? Don't worry. It happens. It's part of life. Anyways, take a message versus get a message. I wanted to talk about this before I went on with my life. But here, take a message and get a message will have different meanings. So this is something you have to observe between the verb take and get, okay? I'm sorry, but she's not here. Oh, can I talk to Anna, please? Oh, I'm so sorry, but she's not here right now. Can I take a message? Hey, I got a message from Mom this morning. She wants me to drop by later today. In the first question, in the first example, hey, can I take a message? She's not there. So let's say Anna or Julie. Julie, can I talk to Julie? I'm sorry, but Julie's not here. Can I take a message? In this case, when I say can I take a message, I'm telling the person, the listener, hey, do you want to tell me the message so that I can write down or remember and talk to Julie when she comes back? That's the idea. When I say I got a message, I'm saying I received a message. Okay, so this is a very common use. Ademir Miguel, thank you very much for your kind donation. Thanks a million, I really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, it helps me make more videos for you guys, so thank you so much for this very generous donation, okay? Yes, I think people are getting fat because of the coronavirus, so yes. We are. This is horrible. I can't say that word. Oh my God, I can't say that. YouTube cancels monetization because we say that word, which is ridiculous. But hey, well, I got very happy when I listened to your voice because I understand everything you say. Thank you very much. That's the way. So did you understand take versus get a message? Because that's super important, okay, my friends? Now, I have a challenge for you. I want you to come back here in the comments and I want you to pay attention because I'm not finished. I am not finished yet. Oh God. Teacher, are you okay? I'm awesome. Always awesome. Expressions with get. Just as we have expressions with take, we also have expressions with get, okay? And that I'm not sure, okay? I don't know the real number, but I believe there are more expressions with get than with take. I don't know again. I'm not using science right now or math. No, I believe because I have seen more expressions with get. But again, I showed you some examples here. Doesn't mean that you should focus on learning all of them. I believe that you need to learn strategic expressions that are gonna help you better express yourself in conversations. If you work at a company, if you are a businessman, let's say you are a business person and you need to use your English to talk in meetings and this kind of conversations, what expressions are gonna help you the most? Okay, if you travel a lot and you want to be able to express yourself and talk to native speakers, what are the best expressions for those situations? Okay, so at the end of the day, guys, focus on a conversation subject. That's what I always talk about to my students, to my friends. It's not about learning only vocabulary and stuff. Fabiano, thanks again. Very nice. I really appreciate. your donation. You gotta go back to work. Good for you working. Not many people are working right now, so good for you, my friend. And for people who are not working, hopefully everything will be fine, and at some point you guys will be able to go back to work, because I understand that it's so hard for some people that cannot work right now and have to stay home without money, without being able to provide for their families. So thank you so much, Fabiano, and good work for you. Okay, have a good one. And good morning for some people. Wow, good morning. So I wrote down a few expressions with get. Now there are more expressions with get. You can pause the video, take notes. Get rich, get fat. See, I'm using a lot of adjectives. There are many adjectives you can use with the verb get. Okay, get lost, get a message, get dressed, get some sleep, get carried away, get a ticket, get pregnant, get divorced, and these are some basic ones. Okay, I wrote down some basic expressions with get, but there are more that you should be studying. Okay, now let's see. Now I have the challenge for you guys. Hello, I want you to come back in the comments and write down one phrase, one sentence with take and one with get. Okay, simple as that. You can take a look at some expressions that I wrote down in the slides. Check these slides. You can pause, learn some expressions, and write down some examples here in the comments, my friends. Other than that, thank you so much for being here, for watching the lesson. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for the donations, for the kind and generous donations, Fabiano and Ademir. That means a lot to me. Other than that, my friends, if possible, share the love. You know, I always ask you guys to share. And you guys are always so nice because you always share, you always participate. So I really appreciate that. Other than that, my friends, thank you so much. And I will see you all tomorrow for another English lesson. Bye-bye.